Hi. Today I will do my fourth episode from In the Closet while we're all staying at home. And hi, Stephen. And I will be talking to Marina, who's going to be calling in from Berlin. I can't wait. I'm meeting so many people doing this, and it's a lot of fun. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, I know this is a little bit constricted, but you know, what we don't do for fashion. It's all in the game. Look at the baby. The baby's sleeping. Oh, here's Marina. Marina, please join me. Hi, Brett. Comfy? No, I wouldn't say I'm comfy. But, you know, when you're a fashionista, do what a girl's gotta do. Marina, are you joining us?
Can you see me?
Hi.
You look amazing.
Hi.
I love it.
Oh my God, it's a whole situation. How are you?
How uncomfortable is it?
Well, you know, if it's not comfortable, I always say it's not good enough. You know, I had to have my twins help me because this, you know, we got to get into your obsession with orthopedic corsetry because that's really what this is. You know,
I feel so underdressed right now. Maybe I should maybe get something. Können wir das ausmachen?
What are you getting?
Yeah, I feel underdressed. Maybe I should just put something on top so.
Yeah, so we can be friends.
Yeah,
then
we can be friends.
But then you can't talk.
That's actually true. How are you?
I'm
Besides
good. How are you?
Amazing.
How is Berlin?
Berlin's pretty easy at the moment. It's chilled. I mean, there's not a lot of people outside. We're working in the studio, and but situation is pretty fine in Berlin. Like Berlin's always relaxed, so it's okay.
Are they opening things back up?
They have already last week. They have opened shops again, and I mean restaurants are still closed and bars. But I mean, we're keeping up. And we're producing masks now, so we're keeping ourselves busy.
Show us some of your new masks.
Darf ich eine Maske haben? Das habe ich keine einzige, ja? Die schwarze, die wir fotografieren wollten.
Talk to me, I'm feeling lonely.
That's my favorite one because there's a leather buckle in the front.
Yes, your obsession with buckles.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me that? What is this obsession with buckles? Everything has buckles.
It comes from orthopedics, actually. I have prepared here that was my little book from university when I did my diploma collection. So you will see it's a bit broken now because it's pretty old already with some glue in the back, so it looks gross. But these were my mood boards.
Ooh, old school style. Cut and paste.
Absolutely.
I love it. Oh, wow.
So this is where the buckles actually came from because it was, I mean, I wanted to reproduce an orthopedic corset, and it was basically the only way of closing the leather pieces. So that's how the buckle, these were the first collages that I made with orthopedic braces, and you can already see a lot of buckles everywhere.
Yes.
So this was some fabrics, and then that's one of the first looks with
Very
buckles.
cool. I like your technique. So wait, do you sketch and then paint over and then?
Yeah, I sketched like on the transparent paper.
Oh, cool.
And then I put some aquarelle color on top, and underneath is like a little paper and another transparent paper. So it's a bit of an art attack. And this is how, this is basically how I do my collages. Everything is like rough, so I can still keep up with the imagination.
And do you still do this for every collection that you do?
Actually, they have become a lot more clear, the drawings, just because I need my team to understand, because, you know, like the diploma collection I made all by myself. So I was the only one who had to understand what was written there. And now more people have to understand. So I have become a bit more clear. So I can show you a mood board from that. This is in the studio, by the way.
I love seeing the studio. Take us around. Show us how it all gets done. This is amazing.
Let's start in my little office. It's a bit messy here, but it's always messy. So it's the truth. So I'm
That's
now
okay. Controlled. That's how I am. I'm a creative, creative, messy, organized person.
So that's where I usually sit. And some dead plants makes me sick. And then we've got like this, there's a mood board. This was from last collection. Basically, I just put stuff everywhere. Anything that I find, I would just put on the mood board, just not to forget anything. I'm such a collector. I keep everything. I keep everything that kind of inspires me, or where I think I could do something at some point, some samples, anything that I see. And this is how I sometimes do my little figures. This is actually the look that you're just wearing.
Oh, wow, amazing. Yeah,
so it's a lot more clear.
And yeah, I was like trying to figure out the underskirt.
And this is quite important for me so that I know the colors in the collection. So I know, okay, maybe there's some pink missing. So these are like my little baby dolls that I draw.
They look amazing.
So that was,
I love them. So tell me about the making of these type corsets. Like whose boobs are these? Who do you base them off? And why are they called vases? And how does it all work? Like how long does one of these corsets take to make?
So these that you can see here are the orthopedic forms. So they are made with orthopedic foam, made like just in the shape that I want them. And let me, This is the army over here. And
do they all have names?
They used to, but now not anymore. They just have some weird drawings on top. And so here, these are the boobs you're just wearing. So basically, this is the first one that we made. Is the very first. Used to be like a doll from the, how do you call them? Like from the windows. And then we just added up this orthopedic foam so that we got the shape that I wanted. Here's an exciting one. It's actually lacquered because we put some color on it. So this is the shape in the beginning. And then what we do, we have the leather, which is hard in the beginning, but it gets, we make it.
How do you get it soft to be moldable?
As you can see, we make it wet. That gets stinky, but it doesn't matter because we don't smell anything for Instagram, which is good. So basically we make them super, super wet and very, very soft so that we can mold them on top of the forms, on top of the busts. And I'm wondering, do we have one without color?
And what is it soaking in? What's the
just water? It's just water. It's just
okay.
Yeah, and a leather piece, without any color on top. I'm just looking for a leather piece without color so that I can show you how it looks before the lac is on top. This is Sophia. Hi, Sophia.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
Yeah. So Sophia's gonna show us a molded leather piece just in the natural leather color that I just yeah, that's perfect, that I just showed you. So basically this is what it's looking like when it's just natural leather color.
Oh, and we have some of those. So
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't paint it and you just keep it natural.
Exactly. Yeah, because I actually like the look of leather because as soon as it gets lacquered, it gets super plasticky, and a lot of people think that it's plastic, but it's actually not plastic, but it's...
Ooh, I like that pink. I like that pink corset.
Yeah, and you can even move your arms more because there is some space for the shoulders.
Cool.
And then we got, here you can see I'm really obsessed with buckles.
How
So
long
that's
does a piece like that take you to make?
well, I think like making it was not the biggest problem, but preparing all those little buckles, because as you can see, there's color on each one. So the color is made by hand onto the edge of the buckles. So we had to prepare a massive loads of them, and then they were put on. So that's the thing. I mean, we try things for 100 times until we know how it really is supposed to look like, and then it's finished. But I think before Fashion Week, it takes around 2 days. And in a normal way, it would take around like 3 weeks or so. But before Fashion Week, we all get zombies.
Well,
And
she's
we work
really
day and
pretty.
night.
She's really pretty with the flowers.
This is sweet, isn't it? These flowers are made out of leather as well. So they're all molded.
Steven says
leather.
we need the buckle dress in the showroom.
Yeah, absolutely. And the buckle and the strap skirts. I know the strap skirts are not so easy in the showroom because they're not so comfortable, because not everybody is just so cool as you and is just also wearing it, even though if it's not comfortable. But these were like the very beginnings. These were my beginnings, were with like the buckles, the strap skirts, the straps, just because this represented an arm brace, like an orthopedic arm brace.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I came up with these strap skirts.
I also know every time you do a collection, you sort of pick a theme. What inspires you to pick that theme for the next collection?
I think there is nothing that does not inspire me. I mean, to be honest, there's so many designers who like tell you, oh my God, they went into the park and they saw the tree giving a shadow in this little lake and it was so abstract, and then they saw something. I'm just not like this. I'm just very practical. So I would find a picture of a human brain and I would know, okay, this is it. We have to do human brain. We have to rebuild the human brain with leather. We have to mold leather until it looks like this. Or just like, I don't know, like going through a flea market. There's a lot of flea markets in Berlin. So I always find some cool little stuff, even if it's a children's book. But I'm like super, I'm touchy. I need objects to inspire, or even years, like how do you say, decades, 90s. Uh-huh. I'm obsessed with the 80s and the 90s.
I could tell.
Oh my God, I'm so obsessed. I wish I could have lived in these times. But now it's even better because I can get all the inspirations from them. So I think
you must have loved your collaboration with Buffalo.
I absolutely love it, because this is kind of stuff. We have the Buffalo shoes. Wolltest du mir einmal schnell einen bringen aus meinem Office, bitte? Danke. Because these are shoes I was never allowed wearing. Like, my parents were so strict with me. I was not allowed to wear anything special. I mean, Buffaloes would have been the end of the world. And now collaborating with these brands that I wasn't even allowed wearing is like the best thing ever. So yeah, 90s are definitely my thing. Like everything like neon and python and glittery. And I love glitter, as you can tell as well, probably.
Yes.
Which is funny. Danke. So I'd just like to show quick from the collaboration. Classic Buffaloes that I was never allowed, but always buckles. That's the cool thing with the collabs, is that I put buckles everywhere. The buckles have become my, I don't know, maybe, can I say my identity?
Yeah, it's your staple. Everyone has their thing. Brett says he needs those. Everyone needs their thing. Can you tell me something you can't live without? Like what?
It's my dog Peanut. She's sleeping in my office. It's I cannot live without Peanut. Peanut is she's been there from the beginning. Like anything I did. She's 15 years old now. Maybe somebody can bring her so she can say hi.
Well, maybe you can help. I just got a puppy 3 days ago. Hold on, I'm trying to move. Who's right here in your dress?
Oh no! How old is it?
She's 13 weeks. Can you see her?
Oh my God. And she's sleeping.
She's
So
sleeping on your...
I got this old grumpy lady around here. Yeah. Yeah, this Peanut. The old lady.
Peanut, hi Peanut. This is Bootsy Smalls.
And what are your cats saying about Bootsy Smalls?
Well, my cat left me. So, you know,
Oh,
I
no,
always
I'm
thought that
so
I was a cat
sorry.
lady and I just really missed her a lot. So now I'm trying to be a dog lady and, you know,
How's it
Bootsy
going for you to be a dog lady?
well, Bootsy needs a lot of training. It's kind of like having a baby. And, you know, we're working on that. It's keeping me very busy as I stay at home and, you know, not going outside.
But you are in the showroom right now, no?
No, I'm in my closet.
Wow! Show
Yeah.
me around.
I
Oh my
haven't
God.
I haven't left my house in like, I don't know, are we on 7 weeks or 8 weeks? I've lost count. I have no idea. Yeah,
So it's
so
good you have a puppy now.
this is why I have a puppy. So I do everything from my closet, but I can't show you around because I can't move.
That's actually true. That was a tricky one.
Next time. I'm just, you know, trying to keep my composure. So tell me like highlights of your career, like things that have really been defining for you as a designer.
I think one of the biggest highlights, like just to begin with, was that I was actually never allowed to study fashion. Like my parents didn't want me to study fashion. So because they said, yeah, it's not something you can, I don't know, get a career with, and you're not going to be successful.
Where did you grow up?
In Vienna, in Austria.
Okay.
Like very traditional, very, very strict, like not so open. And then my dad said I have to study economics before actually being allowed to study fashion. So he said I have to do my economic studies.
This is a good thing.
Yeah, now I know, but imagine when I was, I don't know, when I was 18 and I really, really wanted to do fashion. I really wanted to like go to fashion school, and I was simply not allowed. I hated going to the economics university. Now I'm extremely happy, and it's pretty funny because in the beginning, also when I did my first collection with the orthopedics, and I have to admit I was not always the best at fashion school, like not at all, because I was always doing my thing and not everybody understood what I was like, what I meant and what I was trying to do. And then I had this orthopedics and skin diseases and like all of this in my mind for my collection. And in the beginning, everybody was like, okay, this is going to be shit. Like, it's this like typical designer. Why do you have to have an illness as an inspiration? And yeah, but it turned out to be quite good, I guess. And the funny thing is now my dad is I don't know, he's acting like it was always his idea that I would become a fashion designer.
Of course. That's
Of course.
always is.
Of course. So I think this was my one of the biggest steps in my career, was making my parents believe in me. Just because they were probably the hardest to convince in this way. And yeah, and then with the diploma collection, I received this very first email. I remember I was at my first leather fair in Italy, in this rental car, and I was super stressed, and suddenly I got an email, and the subject was Lady Gaga x Marina Hoermanseder. And it was funny because I hit the brakes, and but I closed it because I thought it was just some spam email. Like I would have never believed it was an actual email. And this was like with the very first diploma collection. And so this, I think, made me realize, because like a couple of days later, we sent the stuff to the US, and that made me realize that I was actually making good stuff that people would understand, and would make people like see it as like worth being fashion. Yeah, and then one collection after the others, and I I think what I understood, I made my very first 2 collections at home. Like I had no team, I had no
Yeah, right.
atelier. And this was extremely important for me just to understand you don't have to have everything in the beginning. Like you don't have to have the best machines and everything already set up. But if you really want to do something, and this is what I learned at Alexander McQueen, because I worked there for 6 months during my fashion studies. And yeah, I mean, there were so many steps I'm so proud of. I mean, uh, especially also working with you. I mean, for how long have we been working together now? For like 1.5 years. And it's amazing how much we actually achieved. Like,
No, I know, but when I discovered you, I was like, oh, I'm like, this is so the residency, and I really feel like your pieces take quite a lot of space and things like that. But I was like, we actually have a space, and we actually built shelves just for you, so that they could all the girls, like I call them, could be all lined up, and they're amazing, and people always ask, oh, what's that? Oh God, what's that? So it's been really amazing to collaborate with you and have you in the showroom, and we can't wait to see what the new collection
yeah,
is
we
too.
cannot wait to finally be able to send you new stuff, because at the
I
moment
know.
it feels like the collection is in the room over there and it's just waiting for their for their day to shine. But the day will come.
All right, well, hopefully it'll be sooner than later. And
That's
you
actually
know
true.
I really appreciate you taking the time and showing us your studio. It was super inspiring to see, and I love to see people's process and from A to Z, and from the sketching to it sort of makes you understand you as a designer more than just this piece was made. It was really special. Thank you.
Thank you, and I hope you're
Yeah.
coming to Berlin at some point so you
Oh
can
yeah, I
actually
love Berlin.
see this in live. I cannot wait for you to actually see this, because it's so hard on the camera, but I think in real life it's quite a, how do you say, like quite an ambience, because it makes you want to sit down and just work on it and try something and just do some handwork like Sophia's now doing, for example. So I really cannot wait for you to come
No, I'm a
soon,
huge
soon,
fan
soon
of
to Berlin.
Berlin. I came there years and years ago, actually. It was very strange because I was styling Rammstein for a video, and then at the
Nice.
same time I was styling Robbie Williams. So I had like these suitcases are Rammstein and this is Robbie Williams. It was very different, and it was like bopping between the two, and it was I didn't get to see too much of Berlin, but it's definitely a place I would like to go back and visit.
But I want to ask you questions as well, because I know that my followers, they always ask me, how is this actually working? And I'm always making it probably sound so, when you tell me or when Steven tells me something, it always sounds so easy, but it like, how does it actually work? How are the celebrities wearing Marina Hoermanseder? Why have so many, besides you're just the best agency in the world,
Thank
have
you.
worn so many Marina Hoermanseder pieces in the last 12 months? I'm not fishing for compliments now. I'm just wondering,
No,
what
no,
is the
no, no,
process?
no. I
How
mean,
does this work?
you haven't been to the showroom yet,
I
right?
have,
No.
of course.
Yeah, so I think it's a lot about presentation. It's really like, if the pieces are just thrown in a corner and whatever, people don't see it. It's the way you present things. And when you present things to someone, they see the full picture. And also they're amazing pieces, and I feel like everyone, oh, thanks, Brett. He says it's an art gallery. I feel like everyone that comes to pull clothing from the residency, they're looking for something special. They're looking for something iconic. They're looking to make whatever project they're doing stand out, and you definitely fit into that category. So, I always say to every designer that joins the residency, if you do amazing work, it will get shot. Like, someone will use it, like, hands down. It's not a question. And I always say, like, if I'm super excited about it, then other people are excited about it. So that's sort of the process. And then, I leave everything else up to my amazing team that, makes shit happen.
They are all amazing and they're so nice and so sweet. Steven, I can see that you're watching and commenting. So I'm sending you a lot of love and lots of kisses to you and the girls. No, but I remember when I came in the showroom last year. I remember that I knew that this was, I don't know, this was my, like, this was the home for my collection, because I immediately went into the corner with all the glittery stuff, and I tried all the hats that you had, like the black and white, this huge headpiece, and the shoes. I mean, I think it's a perfect match, and I absolutely love being in the showroom, and I cannot wait for the new collection to finally be there.
Well, let's hope we get out of this situation soon so we can all get back to work.
Absolutely, but definitely you have the best quarantine outfit of all times
Thank
tonight. This
you.
is here's
Thank you.
tonight, and for you is in the morning. But you just look. I love your look. I love it.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to the grocery store now, so maybe I should just keep it on and see what happens at Pavilion.
Absolutely,
But it's,
absolutely. Especially because the skirt speaks, and
I know, but I
nobody's gonna
can't
come
really
too
move.
close.
I can't really move, so
Oh, but
I
moving is
think
overrated.
I gotta slip into something more comfortable.
Then do that. Do that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
See,
I
thank you so
I
much.
love talking to you, and let's stay in contact and talk soon again, okay?
Cannot wait to talk
And
to you
keep
again.
creating and keep blowing our mind with your amazing designs.
I cannot wait.
Okay.
Mwah.
Bye. Bye everyone.
Goodbye.